Mothers, I am absolutely using my baby to capture your attention right now. But this is not to elicit an emotion. I have a message for you that I learned from over the last few weeks staying at home with my son.
Society overall needs to ease up on women's appearance, and women need to ease up on themselves and make some differences and create some change for each other. Because once one does this, more will do this, and some are already doing this. Once there is a whole army of you doing it, it'll become more accepted, and all women out there are gonna benefit. And this is what it's all about. Okay, now that I have your attention with a little bit of emotion, it's gonna take a lot more than emotion to convince you and actually help you make this change. It starts in here, it starts in your mind. It doesn't start with your body, it doesn't start with your friends, it starts deep in here. So here's the reality. These blocks, they represent your total capacity for output. Whether it be total amount of time that you have in a day, in a week, in a month, or your mental ability to focus on so many things at once. When you're young, that was your total output, maybe even now it's your total output, whatever, it can change a little bit. Not here to discuss that. I need you to understand that when you're young, you had basic things. You had friends, you had education, you had to worry about fun, and of course, you could keep up with your appearance, right? So these blocks in different people were distributed differently, but you were able to have all these blocks go around in different amounts, right? Whatever that may be. Each one giving you this. Then life came and things changed. We started to add in work, right? We started to add in health. Things are not as easy as you got older. It's not as easy to maintain weight. It's not as easy to move good. It's not as easy to build and maintain muscle. Energy, whatever. Then we added in your partner, somebody that requires attention and time. So now we took some of these blocks off, and now we start to distribute some of these blocks around. And no longer are you able to keep the same amount of achievement or the same amount of standard in every single one of them, right? But you don't switch how you judge yourself. You judge yourself the same way here with all of these as you did when you had here. But that has to change. This is why we don't compare to other people, especially when it comes down to appearance. It's apples to oranges. The only person you can compare to with apples to apples is yourself. This is why I don't do comparison externally. So now what happens? This is what I learned in the last 3 weeks, or maybe last month. Child number one comes in. Mother, instead of defining herself now as a beautiful creator, because society deems that you have to be in shape in 6 weeks or whatever, looks at herself and sees that she's just not beautiful anymore. The appearance isn't there. But instead of seeing how she's adding value in other places and realizing that she can't keep up this appearance that she used to before and getting away from it, women keep beating themselves up. Then child number two comes in, and things only get harder. They don't get easier. And guess what? All of this is constantly pulling everything away, and with kids, we know it really becomes for moms more like this, right? Because it's your responsibility in our world as a mother to do this, and there's so much pressure. So of course you have to do this to fulfill your motherly desire. What's left over? It's gonna hurt you in other areas. So as you get older and you mature, you have to let it go. You have to understand that that's not gonna be as good, or you have to take some of these things and you have to cut them, right? Maybe your education is not going to be as big or as good. Your fun gets cut back, right? Your friendships get cut back to give these longer focuses, longer growth. That's what you need to understand. This is why you can't just look in the mirror and judge yourself as a mother and try to hold yourself to the same standard when you're in your 40s, even not as a mother, to when you were in your 20s. Ladies, you're beautiful on the inside. That's what matters. And us men, that actually real men, the ones that are your partners, the ones that love you, see that. And we love you not for this one that I just threw away. We love you for all of these. And probably some of them a whole lot more than the one that I just threw away.